In this video, we're going to look at a three-step process of cleaning your screen. Step one, if you have residual ink that you cannot get out, in the studio you can use what is called the liquid haze remover. This is a little bit more of an aggressive chemical. I recommend wearing gloves and protective eyewear. After you use the haze remover, you will degrease the screen to take any chemicals off it before coating it. This is the degreaser, and I also have a specific sponge in the sink for it. After your screen has dried and you cleaned it, the last thing we will work on will be coating the screen with the liquid emulsion. This is QTX. And I will also show how to use the scoop coater. Alright, step one would be to put on the protective gloves. And then if you have any ink or a ghost in the screen, you can use the liquid haze remover to take that off. You don't need very much. Just take a little bit on your screen and pour a little bit on the top in this zone here, and then take a sponge we have in the sink and scrub. After you scrub the screen, you're going to want to let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes. Then you can spray it out. Okay, after you have let the screen sit for about 5 to 10 minutes, you can scrub a little bit more. Then just take the hose in the sink and you can wash out your screen. And I would wash out both sides. After you wash out both sides, take the sponge and also wash off the sponge. In the next step, after you do the haze remover, you're going to want to degrease the screen, and this takes off any residual chemicals or ink that's left on from printing and from the haze remover. This chemical here is like a simple green. You don't need to wear gloves with it. Just spray both sides and then wash it out with water. So I'll spray the screen with the degreaser. And then I'll take the sponge and I'll scrub this side, and then I'll flip the screen over and I'll scrub this side. After you scrub both sides with the brush, then just take the hose and then wash it off. After you wash your screen off, just put it outside in the sun to dry. And then the next step, I'll show how to coat it with emulsion. After you have your screens degreased, they will be wet, so you can put them outside the classroom and then let them dry for 5 to 10 minutes in the sun. After they are completely dry, then in the next step, we can go and use the scoop coater to put the emulsion on in the darkroom. In the next step, we're going to use the photo emulsion. This is made by Ulano. It's called QTX. I'll show how to coat that onto the screen. So you're going to take a scoop coater and your screen, and on the back side of the screen, so this would be considered the inside and this would be the back. On the back side, once we have our emulsion in the scoop coater, you're going to do one pass on the back of the screen. Now, you're never going to print within 2 inches of the aluminum on the bottom and on the top. So when you coat the screen, you're going to start about 1 inch to 2 inches below, lean the scoop coater forward with even pressure, move this up, stop here, lean the screen back, and then wait for some of the emulsion to come back in the scoop coater, lift it up, and then take it off. So you're only doing one pass on the back side of the screen. Okay, for this demo, normally you would be in the darkroom working with this, but here with the photographic emulsion, it is light sensitive, but if it gets in the light a little bit for a minute or so, it won't ruin any of the chemicals or your screen. So it's not like black and white darkroom photography chemicals. It's light sensitive, but it won't really mess up unless maybe 15 or 20 minutes in the light. So in the darkroom, I have the emulsion, and it looks like this pink, almost Pepto-Bismol color, and you only need to pour a little bit into the scoop coater. So I just pour a little bit into the scoop coater. And then I like to have a rag, and on the lip, I clean up so it doesn't glue itself. So I like to clean up that lip around the edge. And then I put the cap on top. Then what I like to do is I like to take the emulsion and get it even in the scoop coater before I start working. So I get everything even in here. Okay, in the darkroom, you're gonna take the scoop coater, and depending if you're left or right-handed, what feels comfortable, I like to hold the scoop coater in my hand and take my thumb and position it here. And then I lift up the screen. I have it on a slight angle. I hold it with my left hand. I'm gonna start about 1 inch from the bottom, and I'll stop about 1 inch from the top. I get the emulsion even. Because it is liquid, I will take the scoop coater, I'll lean it forward, and I'm gonna wait for the emulsion, the bead, to hit the screen. As soon as the emulsion hits the screen, with even pressure, I stop, I lean back, I let the emulsion come back into the scoop coater, and then I do a little shimmy. And then I lift up. If you don't lean the screen back and do that shimmy, when you pull the emulsion off, it will drain down here. So one clean coat on the back side of the screen, then you'll put this in the darkroom in the dry box, and it will take between 4 to 6 hours for it to completely dry and cure. Then you can expose your screen. Now in the darkroom, when you are done, you can take the excess emulsion you have here And then with a cart or a stick, you can take that emulsion and then scoop it back into the container. Once you're done, you can take this over to the sink and then just wash it out with water. You don't want to let this dry in here for 15 or 20 or a half hour, because then it will turn to plastic and very hard to get out. So after you're done, you can take this over to the sink and just with water and the hose, you can wash it out and down the drain. So I have a rag here that I'll get wet, and then I'll take the hose and I'll loosen up all the emulsion. And you want to get all that pink emulsion out of the scoop coater. Once you have everything out of the scoop coater, you can then just, with dry paper towels, dry it and then put it back in the dark room. So I'm going to clean this a little bit more and get all that pink emulsion out. After you are done, you can just get all that pink emulsion out. Just take a clean rag and then just dry off the scoop coater. After it's dry, you can put it back into the dark room and it's ready for the next person to use. In the next video, I'm going to show how you can print your film and expose the screen. This is the photographic emulsion, and it's a different style and stencil. Everything that's black, when you expose and print your film out, will then be exposed here to create your stencil. So that next video, I'm going to show how to print film and how to expose using the emulsion technique.